Hi everybody, Steve Mastio of Business Bridge. This is a quick little thought I had, so I thought I'd put this together. Trying to reach your market today, which is predominantly female in the home services industry, is kind of like reckoning into shooting ducks in a hurricane. It's easy when there's no wind, it's easy when they're not busy, but today's women are busier than they've ever been. So I'm going to share with you a little bit of research on this topic and hopefully give you some insight as to why it's imperative that you change along with that market. First, let's do a little history on how many of them are out there. There's about 153 million or so females out there. 82 million of them are mothers. 69 out of the 82 million mothers use technology. So they're online, they know how to use the technology world. 20% of them hire carpet cleaners, according to the AICRC. So about 14 million moms are online as we speak and hire carpet cleaners like you guys at an average $197 an average ticket. That makes the opportunity nationally about $2.7 billion to empower her to have a better life online with your company than she had yesterday. So I'm going to go down that road. Hang on. I came across a great piece here from Ad Age, a white paper they put together recently in June of 10 that kind of lays it out there for you. This is a white paper that they talk about the reality of the working woman and her impact on female targets beyond consumption. So I'm going to point out a few things that they are sharing with us that I think you'll find very interesting and valuable. Women today aren't like women of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, and even 90s for that matter. Women today are very, very busy. So this chart helps you to understand, based upon their age group, what they're doing on average and how many hours of the day they spend doing it. Watching TV, getting ready for bed, riding public transportation, time with their family, surfing the net, etc. Let me crack right to the point and give you the stats. Based on this recent survey, she works 4.9 days per week on average. What it doesn't say here is that she makes up 49.8% of the labor force in America today. Females do. They also make 81% of the decisions on household services. But on average, she works 4.9 days a week, starting at 9, ending at 3:50. She goes home, she prepares a meal 3.5 times a week. The other 1.5 times she orders out. She goes out to dinner 1.2 times and brings a prepared meal home 1.3 times in the week. She takes 2.5 weeks off for vacation, well deserved, and she's most likely to have visited friends and family by a wide margin on that vacation. She watches 2 hours of television and 12 minutes per day. She spends 24 minutes reading a newspaper, 2 hours on the internet, 84 minutes on the phone, both mobile and landlines. She spends 48 minutes reading a book, 48 minutes exercising, and 42 minutes shopping on average. Yes, this is a very busy woman. A former marketing executive at Kraft Foods and presently a VP of Global Brands at Aon put it this way. Today, the challenge for Avon is the time factor. Working women simply have less of it. If you ask women what they want most, the most precious commodity for them is time, he says. And this comes as no surprise to me based upon the stats that they just produced in their recent study. Women appear to be more social today than they've ever been in the history of womankind. So the challenge today, as stated by Betty Wong, editor-in-chief of Fitness Magazine, is that the challenge and the opportunity when it comes to reaching the time crunch woman, it's simply not enough to have a website anymore. The marketplace and the busy women demand products like mobile apps that make their life easier. You have a very limited hour when you are attempting to get together with a working woman or a working mom, and we know that we have to create products and services that can fit into her life and make her life run more smoothly. Well, I would suggest that's exactly what we've done with Fiddlebug. You can find this article in full on our homepage down towards the bottom. Feel free to read it yourself. We'd love to share with you exactly how Fiddlebug empowers not only you but her to have a better relationship as it relates to home services. Thanks so much and keep listening in.